Ladies and gentlemen, we gather today at a crossroads, a point where paths diverge, leading us towards different destinies. The path we choose, the principles we embrace, shape not only our lives but the lives of those around us. Today, I wish to share a compass, a guide that can direct us towards a life of wisdom, virtue, resilience, and fulfillment. It's a philosophy not new but as old as humanity itself, and yet it is startlingly relevant to our modern lives. It is a way of living that has inspired philosophers, leaders, and thinkers across generations. Life is filled with uncertainties, events beyond our control, forces that we cannot govern. These can be sources of anxiety, frustration, even despair. But there is another way, a path that leads to empowerment and peace. It's the path of focusing on what we can control. Our thoughts, our reactions, our choices, these are within our power. When we focus on these, we reclaim control over our lives. We become the authors of our destiny, not mere pawns to external circumstances. Think of a sailor navigating stormy seas. The wind, the waves, the weather, these are beyond his control, but his skill, his attitude, his response to these challenges, these are within his command. By focusing on what he can control, he can navigate through the storm and reach his destination. In our lives, let us be like that sailor. Let us embrace what we control and find peace in accepting what we cannot. In our fast-paced world, distractions abound. Our minds are often elsewhere, lost in thought, worry, or fantasy, but there's power in the present, a richness in the here and now that we often overlook. Mindfulness is not just a practice, it's a way of living. It's about being fully engaged with the moment, with the task at hand, with the person in front of you. It's about letting go of distractions and cultivating a sense of awareness. Imagine tasting a meal and truly savoring every flavor, listening to a friend and hearing every word, completing a task and feeling every step of the process. This is mindfulness, and it can transform our lives. Start with small steps. Take a moment to breathe, to notice, to be. You will find a depth of experience that can enrich your life in ways you never thought possible. Wisdom is not mere knowledge, it's understanding, insight, discernment. It's a pursuit not just for personal gain but for the well-being of others. In ancient times, philosophers were not just thinkers, they were guides, mentors, leaders. They sought wisdom not to elevate themselves but to elevate society. They understood that wisdom is not a destination but a journey, a continual process of learning, growing, and contributing. We too can embark on this journey. Let us read widely, think deeply, discuss openly. Let us seek to understand not just the world around us but the people within it. Wisdom is not confined to books or classrooms. It's found in everyday interactions, in listening, in empathy, in compassion. Embrace this pursuit and you will find a richness of life that goes beyond mere success. Virtue is not an old-fashioned concept. It's a timeless principle that guides us towards a life of integrity, honesty, compassion. It's about living by a strong moral code, making choices that reflect our deepest values. In a world where shortcuts and compromises are often rewarded, virtue can seem out of place. But it's the foundation of true success, the bedrock of lasting relationships, the essence of a fulfilling life. Make integrity your compass, honesty your guide, compassion your companion. Let these principles direct your choices, your actions, your interactions. You will find a sense of purpose, a sense of pride, a sense of peace that no amount of wealth or fame can provide. Adversity is not an enemy, it's a teacher. Challenges, setbacks, hardships, these are not obstacles to our growth, but opportunities for it. They test us, stretch us, refine us. Imagine a piece of coal subjected to pressure, heat, time. It doesn't break, it transforms, becoming a diamond, beautiful, strong, valuable. We too can be like that piece of coal. We too can embrace adversity and let it refine us. What doesn't break you strengthens you. What doesn't defeat you elevates you. Learn from hardship, grow from challenges, and you will become not just resilient but radiant. In a world driven by excess, moderation stands as a beacon of wisdom. Whether it's possessions, food, emotions, or desires, excess often leads to imbalance and dissatisfaction. The ancient philosophers understood the power of moderation. Nothing in excess, they advised, recognizing that the middle path often leads to harmony, balance, and contentment. Let us apply this principle in our lives. Enjoy the pleasures, but don't be enslaved by them. Value possessions, but don't be defined by them. Feel emotions, but don't be overwhelmed by them. Moderation is not about denial, it's about control. It's about finding that sweet spot between too little and too much, where satisfaction resides and contentment flourishes. Life is filled with ups and downs, joys and sorrows, successes and failures. These are the waves of existence, and we must learn to ride them with grace. Resilience is not mere toughness, it's adaptability, flexibility, strength. It's about accepting that pain and disappointment are part of life and learning to move through them with grace. A resilient mind is like a bamboo, bending with the wind but never breaking, springing back with renewed vigor, stronger for the experience. Cultivate this resilience. Nurture it through practice and perspective, and you will find a strength within you that can withstand life's storms. In our connected world, genuine connections are often rare. We interact, we network, we socialize, but how often do we truly connect? Relationships are the fabric of our lives, and they deserve our time, our attention, our care. It's not about quantity but quality, not about surface but depth. Invest in relationships that are rooted in respect, empathy, understanding. Be present, be authentic, be compassionate, and you will find connections that nourish not just the mind but the soul. These are not just friendships, they are partnerships in life's journey, supports in life's challenges, joys in life's celebrations. Cherish them, cultivate them, and you will find a richness in life that no amount of success can provide. Daily reflection is not a luxury, it's a necessity. In our busy lives, we often act without thinking, react without understanding, move without direction. Reflection is the pause that gives meaning, the mirror that reveals understanding, the compass that provides direction. Take time to reflect on your actions, thoughts, feelings. Consider what you've done well and where you can improve. Reflection is not about judgment, it's about awareness. It's about understanding oneself, one's motives, one's actions. Embrace this practice, make it a daily ritual, and you will find a clarity and purpose that can guide your life. To live according to nature is to understand our place in the larger scheme of things. It's about recognizing the natural order and striving to live in harmony with it, respecting both ourselves and the environment around us. We are part of this world, not separate from it. Our actions have consequences not just for us but for the world around us. When we live in harmony with nature, we live in harmony with ourselves. Let us value the environment, not just for its beauty but for its wisdom. Let us respect the natural rhythms, the natural laws, the natural balance. Let us strive to live not apart from nature but a part of nature. Ladies and gentlemen, the principles I have shared today are not mere words. They are pathways to a life of fulfillment, wisdom, and contentment. Embrace what you control, practice mindfulness, seek wisdom, cultivate virtue, embrace adversity, avoid excess, build resilience, cultivate relationships, reflect regularly, live according to nature. These are not just guidelines, they are invitations to a life well lived. They are a compass that can guide us through the storms and sunshine of existence, leading us to a destination not of mere success but of significance, not of mere achievement but of fulfillment. May we embark on this journey with courage, with conviction, with compassion. May we live not just for ourselves but for others, not just for today but for tomorrow, not just for success but for significance. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot and help the channel tremendously.